Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for Rashad White. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at the Saints defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. This defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force
3rd down.
That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So 4th down, the Bucs trot out Bradley Pinion to punt it. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Yeah, boy.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Rattler. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Cut out.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
That's Spencer.
How to approach this.
Yep.
3rd down and 16 yards to go. Here's Hayner looking to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Into the hands of Perry, complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's see if we do this one right.
From the shotgun, Rattler. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Sensational he was last week, over 200 yards. And the simple quote that we saw this week was, keep him in front of us. They're going to have to do that.
And when they say that, it means tackling him after the catch. Because once he makes the catch, you may catch it in front. But if you don't tackle him, he's behind you at that point, and that's how he racks up the big yardage. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defense a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give, and here's Rattler. Completes it to Perry. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's have 3rd downs. I don't want to hear that gong.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Olave over the middle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
2nd down and 6 now. Here's Rattler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rattler wants to throw it. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This a 33-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
2 yards to go, second down. They'll go up the middle with White, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Bucs had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Baker changing the play at the line. They go right back to White here on first down. He'll get this up to about the 44. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now you look at this Saints defense.
He got hurt.
They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Mayfield to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Nice little drive right here.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Now a 2nd and 10. Rattler working out of the gun. He finds his man complete. That's Perry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired on the first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Cook up the gut. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Play action. Now Rattler. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down. To the air is Rattler. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Here we go.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And that will be incomplete as well. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. After the made field goal, here's Sly to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And we'll pause here for an injury. I believe that's a running back. Yeah, that's Rashad White, who's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Mayfield now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. Fourth down, Mayfield. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Was he over the 50?
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
They just fired me up.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down. This is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Irving. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Now Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, But you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that one. He read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Mayfield with it once more. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Bucky Irving, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
A lot better. Started out.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rattler. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Perry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Rattler. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Throwing is Rattler.
Incomplete, right side to Cook. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced with it sometimes because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The pass caught by Olave.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up to throw. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Mayfield going to switch things up here.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll stay on the ground with Irving.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
A beautiful fake.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A.T. Perry.
39 yards.
And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now Baker going to change it up. A run up the middle with Irving. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mayfield looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mayfield. This is caught by McMillan. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And now they'll audible to something else. Mayfield to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Baker going to give it to Irving. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Over the middle, and it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Jet sweep. Here's Olave. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 58 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Rattler. Short pass caught by Henry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at the 15. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
He'll buy some time right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Baker changing the play at the line. Mayfield down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They run out of the gun with Irvin. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. He'll find McMillan here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Mayfield. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints will take over here at their own 12-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They run the counter with Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
To the air is Rattler. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
From the shotgun, Rattler. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Only able to gain a couple there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing is Rattler. It's complete to Brown, right side. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 19. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This will be caught once again by Brown.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
2nd and 10. Rattler wants to throw it. That is intercepted.
My gosh.
Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Bucs are going to get the football back at their own 17. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Baker. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he will have a Saints 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, that 2nd half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the 2nd half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the 2nd half, that's a surprise.
So for New Orleans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Carolina and Atlanta play each other. Patriots are 5-0. Eagles 5-0. Hold on by 1. Got a barn burner up in Chicago, 7-3. Bills 4-1.